because together we have the power to make a difference.
This message brought to you by Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation.
This is Brian Free asking you to download the WSGI app for iPhone and Android and listen to great gospel music and family-friendly programming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on WSGI AM 1100 Springfield, God's Informer.
One street over there's a life I could have known, one beyond my wildest dreams. Maybe that road could have carried me to streets of gold, but things aren't always as they seem. Looking back on all the chances that I missed, some I held, some slipped away. One street over where my memories exist, I wonder what would change, I really couldn't say. In this life there's nothing certain, except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing, I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn. Because one street over there's a life I could have known, that would have kept me from the one I have today.
Good morning. This is 1100 WST. I'm Utah LaVern. This is, at one street over. Let's find out what's going on one street over from where we're living. And, Kathy and Dale are here from Ridgetop. It's Smoke on the Ridge. And I'm telling you, it just seems like there's stuff going on everywhere. Now, y'all have to get on those microphones. I sit here and I talk and I visit as people come in, and I always forget to pull the microphones up to them and say, you got to talk right into them, all those things, especially that one. That one's a little bit less sensitive than that one. That one picks up a little bit better. But I'm so excited that you guys reached out to me. And again, folks, because I teach and I'm just kind of running like a crazy person all the time, message me 2 or 3 times and I will get back with you. Y'all messaged me early on to come on, and we were already booked because of the fair and all the things. But I'm so glad you're able to come in here just before this, because this is happening this weekend.
It is, and
you're going to have to get on that.
We are so excited to be here.
Tip that in to where it's going to be right. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
You can pull it to you if you want to. I'm sorry, I should have set that up better for you. But so I've heard of Smoke on the Ridge forever. This has been going on, when did it start?
11 years ago.
Has it only been 11?
Yeah, this is the 11th year running for it.
Okay, well, unpack it for me. I just love the history of Ridgetop, the train and the tunnel. And is that kind of what inspired it, is you want people to understand it and know that, hey, this is what this was about, and people have kind of forgotten?
Yeah, well,
that feels to me. But
yeah, they wanted to capture the smoke of the trains, as they run on the coal back in the day, right. And that's where they come up with the name. But it's also, it's a barbecue cook-off is what it is. It's a barbecue contest, but the smoke from the grilling and the barbecuing and the atmosphere of the train, and we're just trying to capture old Ridgetop.
Yes, I love it, and and that's the thing. Of course, the barbecue. I grew up on a hog farm, and so I know barbecue pretty well, and I'm a big fan. But how many? You've got the contest going on. How many competitors do you think you're going to have?
Well, at last count, we're looking for 20.
Okay, so you got about 20 competitors. Okay.
And again, weather may permit and whatever, but the weather looks fantastic as of right now.
It does look good.
We've got 20 competitors that have said they're going to be there.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So unpack it for me. Get the timeline on, will they start cooking the night before? I think I'm just about have to.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, most of the competitors will be coming in there, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, getting set up. But again, most of them will have their fires going well before the night before.
Yeah. They are so excited. They're as excited as we are.
How fun. So, are these a lot of local folks, or have you got some folks from out in, from the outlying areas that are going to come in for the contest?
Yeah, most of them are fairly regional, close up. And again, most of the folks are going to know them, your regulars. Mm-hmm. And, of course, we got a lot of free things that we're going to do. There's no charge to come in, and the public is, coming in for free.
Yeah.
And we're also going to be having a petting zoo, free pony ride.
Love it.
Photo booth, kids train ride going to be running through the park all day. We're having live music, which is free, and that's local talent.
I think Ridge Top Ramblers are going to be there, aren't they?
Well,
are they not?
Had surgery, so no, they aren't going to be able to come this time. But we've got some really good people lined up to come, and it's going to be great.
I know it's going to be wonderful. My Ramblers, I know them. The theme song for One Street Over is a Ridge Top Rambler original, so we always like to talk about that. But yeah, and like all of us, they're getting older, and we're having to take care of ourselves. But that's wonderful. I know it's going to be a great time. So what are some of your acts that are going to be there playing music?
So from 10:30 to 11:30, we have a guy, Sean Carson. He's a guitar player. He's performed with some of the legends, Neil McCoy on the Grand Ole Opry, Clay Walker, Tanny Tucker, Johnny Lee. Sean writes and records his own music too. And then from 11:30 to 12:30, we have Randall Lynch and Doris Skinner Dixon are coming. Randall was a band director at Joe Burns High School for several years, had award-winning small bands that beat out larger bands in competition. He graduated from Austin Peay with a degree in music, also was a music director at several churches over the years. He's a very talented musician as well. He's played for several legends on the T. Graham Brown Hats Off to the 80s and 90s back in 2020. And then Dora, one of the famous Skinner sisters, she sings some great gospel music, and she also writes. Dora has played and sang both country and gospel. Her earlier years, she played bluegrass with her husband Steve. They did that for about 47 years. She's a local talent for the last 53 years. She started out on Young Country on WSM. Her daddy took them there.
Oh, that's cool.
That was exciting. Yeah, so everybody knows her in the county, I think. Mm-hmm. And then from 1 to 2, we have Daddy-O on the patio.
Oh, I love it.
I know.
So is he's gonna play he's gonna do disc jockey stuff, or is his band coming?
Well, it's a surprise.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be great. So he's doing it live. So
okay.
Yeah, we're excited.
Well, that'll be fun.
Yes.
He's wonderful. He was on these airways forever and ever and ever. So if you don't know who Daddy on the Patio is, he's a long time voice here in Robertson County.
We're so excited.
So,
and then 2 to 3, we have Brooke Spencer.
You got to get on that microphone. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Okay, Brooke Spencer. She convinced her family to move to Nashville when she was 11 years old so she could learn from the best songwriters, artists, and producers in the world. Yeah. Now she's almost 17. She's written more than 100 original songs.
Wow.
She blends country and folk and indie pop in a voice of her own. She put on her first single, Say What You Mean Girl, last year, and is currently working on LP project planning to release in a few months. So that's exciting. We're excited to meet her. And then from 3 to 4, our last act is Kayla Slater. She's a modern pop artist with a timeless soul, creating music that bridges the golden eras of the past with the energy of today. She's inspired by sounds from the 50s through the 2000s. She fuses pop, funk, disco, and country into songs that are both nostalgic and fresh. She's a Cleveland native. She's performed and played at the House Square, Madison Square Gardens during a New York Knicks halftime show. She plays in Nashville venues, and she's been at the Vinyl Lounge, the Row, the Nash House. And she's pursuing her music career. She's currently getting her degree at Berklee College of Music, and she's actively members of the CMA, AIMP, and Grammy U.
Oh, wow.
Her latest single is Got Me Crazy, released earlier this year, and highlights soulful artistry, and with that music arriving this holiday season. So this is just her beginning. So
Gotcha.
That's our lineup, and we're so excited to have these folks.
That's quite a lineup.
Yeah, right?
I was going to say, that's an impressive lineup. My goodness, and it's free. And the weather's going to be fabulous. I was just trying to pull up the weather and kind of get in, because I mean we've been hotter than what we want because it's like September and we're coming up on October. Saturday the high is 78, sunny skies. I mean it's almost like California. That's the only thing I like about California is the weather. I'm just saying, but I got some really good friends out there. But anyway, I'm sorry, I digress. But they do. I mean that when you get those highs in the 70s, just under 80, and the sunshine, and it's very reminiscent of the West Coast. But anyway, and they do have beautiful weather. But you're going to be just gorgeous up on the ridge. Yeah. That's one thing I think people don't realize is the history of Ridgetop from Nashville. 100 years ago, you went to Ridgetop for your retreat weekend. That's what it was about. It was about getting out of the city, getting up on the hill a little bit, cooling off a little bit, but it was just a little different, just kind of a breath of fresh air kind of.
And this is going to work out real well, too, because our city park, Ridgetop Station Park, is where we're having this.
Oh, fun.
There's a big mansion, if you would, house there, which is now our city museum.
Oh, cool.
This was built in the 1800s, right after the Civil War. In fact, Captain Wilson, when he returned from the Civil War, had the house built.
Oh, wow.
And we just have a very beautiful park, and that's where this is being held. And again, the house is a museum. So we got just so many things that's going to be going on, and it's just going to be a beautiful day.
It is. I mean, it's just, the Lord's kissing y'all big because, I mean, the weather's perfect. It's going to be just a beautiful event. I just love Ridgetop. It's just, I tell you, it's the gateway to Robertson County. I mean, it really is. I mean, it really is. And I have traveled that road so many times. And the only downside, I'll kind of just be silly here. The only downside was when I was moving to Springfield. We were living in Hendersonville. It was like in 92. And so we had bought the property up here, and we were making that trek from Hendersonville to Springfield, back and forth. And I didn't realize there was, a speed reduction in Ridgetop. And I bet I got stopped 4 or 5 times before I finally got into my rhythm. Come up the ridge, hit the brakes. I'm just being silly, but that's so funny. When I first moved up here, I mean, it just seemed like they were like, "Ma'am, you got to slow down when you come through here," because I mean, they got really used to pulling me over, and I was like, "Oh, I forgot." But anyway, just a beautiful city. I mean, just some beautiful spots. I'm up in Ridgetop so much. We have a camp that's associated with our church over off Swift Road. And so we're always going up, 41, taking that cut right there at the light. And you just kind of go back by the park. We see the caboose out there. Right. And it is beautiful. It is just absolutely beautiful. So are you going to have parking marked off and everything? How's parking going to be?
Yeah, we've got a big open field.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a man at the gate directing. Then we'll have a couple men in the field helping people line up. But, we've got plenty of parking.
I think so, too.
Yeah. And the police department, the sheriff's office has agreed to come and help us to make sure that, people get in and out safely. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, because there, the road is a little bit tight through there, but still, with the sheriff's office out there, thank you, protect and serve, and they'll take care of it. So, well, very good. Y'all just got a great Saturday planned.
We're just so excited. We have so many events going on for kids, 4 jump houses or something. It's like crazy, and then face painting and stuff, and it doesn't cost anything, so it's
free.
It's free, people.
Just keep reminding everybody, it's free.
And you can buy your lunch. We have lots of people coming with food trucks and stuff and the barbecue. So
how's the barbecue going to work? I mean, because can the people who are coming sample it? I know, barbecue contests are all different. How they judge and decide who's going to win. Is there going to be a People's Choice, winner? All of that. How's that structured?
Yeah, we have a taster's choice going on, and we're still looking for people to get involved with the taster's choice.
Okay.
So they'll be able to sit in and get a little sample of everybody's work.
Okay. Well, my husband's hand would be going, me. but for sure. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a great time. I just think y'all got it all set up great, and just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day for it. I don't want us to forget, though, you said you wanted to also promote another event that's coming up. When is that coming up?
Yeah, well, it's Morgan on the Rim, a Civil War reenactment. And this is going to be our fourth year running since we've brought it back.
Okay.
It faded out years ago, but
And it's okay. And what's the? I'm gonna put that down because you need to come back in here and talk about that.
all right. Yeah, and then that's October the 24th,
Okay.
25th, and 26th. It's a 3-day event.
Oh, wow.
And the 24th is a free day for the schools for children.
Oh, okay.
And we've got, last year we had right close to 100 children came through, and we're hoping for a bigger event this year. We'll have 12 stations set up where they come in and get a miniature history lesson at each station.
Oh, that's cool.
And of course, our special guest every year is Abraham Lincoln and his wife, Miss Mary.
Fun.
But now that is the 24th, 25th, and 26th of October. And again, this is the fourth year running since we brought it back, and it's getting bigger and better every year.
I'm sure.
And we're just looking so forward to it. And our school day is our special day.
I'm sure.
And again, we've got kids coming from Watauga Elementary. We're hopefully getting a few more out of Greenbrier this year. We got several homeschoolers that are involved.
Yeah.
And it's just really a good educational day. And there was an actual battle fought in Ridgetop on October 31st of 1862. When General Morgan sent his troops through to take there was a train coming from the north to resupply the Yankees in Nashville. They had already taken Nashville at that time. And General Morgan sent his troops ahead, and they blew the train off the trestle. And that's Dead Horse Trestle right there in Ridgetop. And that is the battle that we attempt to reenact each year.
Wow.
And we are looking for actors. So
Okay.
you can walk on that day and tell us you want to be in a battle, and they will suit you up and you can go.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, it's
what a fun
exciting.
time. So you said that, okay, it's a free event for the students on Friday. So is it something you have to pay admission to get into?
Yes, now on
the weekend?
Saturday
Okay.
and Sunday, it's $10 for an adult,
Okay.
$5 for children. And we also have a 2-day pass, or 15 for adults and 9 for children.
Okay.
If you want to come for the both days. But there's actual reenactment battles. We have 7 cannons coming.
Oh,
and
man.
It takes 2 weeks to get the squirrels back in the park after this is over.
I bet you. I'm just like, oh my goodness. I'm just trying to, I'm just wanting to look at my grandson's baseball schedule. And it's because that's one of the things about baseball. And you want to go to all these things,
Right.
but maybe if he's got an early game, we can I would love for them to see this because I want to just instill a love of history in our grandkids.
So educational.
Oh my goodness, yes. Because that's one thing. When I talk to kiddos in high school now, the ones that know history and don't know history, and it's just, I've got a few that have just got a passion for it. They're like, this is so cool. Because, it's just, there's so much. We're such a young country, really.
Yeah.
And you look at the wealth of things that have happened and transpired in our short 250 years of existence, it's amazing. It is breathtaking. And so I just love for them to see it all. And Civil War is a very, dark, hard time, but we have to learn from it. We have to learn from it.
And again, we've been accused of trying to glorify things
Right.
in the past, and that's not it at all. Because history forgotten is history repeated.
Amen.
And
Amen.
we're trying to give an honest
Yep.
portrayal of history. We don't sugarcoat anything.
Right.
And again, we don't glorify anything.
Right.
It was a dark time in our history,
Yep.
but we have to know our history. In order to go forward, we have to know our history.
Man, that's just it, accurately.
Right.
That's the problem. That's the thing. So many people have a distorted understanding of things, and it's just nice to really get a chance to say, here's what happened. Yeah, it was hard, it was awful, and when but look at the way the country turned. It was breathtaking. I mentioned I worked at the Blaze, and Pat down at the Blaze, that's been Glenn's, kind of sidekick for years and years. He did a piece one time talking about how that as a country we joined in covenant with God on the beginning.
Amen.
And the founders, whether you believe it or not, they really did not want slavery, but there were some states that had it within their, laws and their constitution, and to try to overturn that was very difficult, to do it to where they could do it and stay a United States. And so they were working through the process. And he said, I think the Civil War was that point where God said, get it done.
Yeah, enough is enough.
Get it done. And that's the speeches that Lincoln made toward the end of it. You just listen to him and you're like, wow, it was a renewing of that covenant. It's time to put this away. And I'll just kind of give this little teaser here. Now it's the protecting the life of the unborn, I believe. And if we don't do that, I think as a people, I think we've broken covenant again. But anyway, go look at Pat's little piece on that. It's fascinating. But it's one of those things. The Civil War was that turning point for us of renewing our covenant and saying, okay, we got to get this right. And, and I think we're at a turning point right now.
We are, no doubt.
Well, we have a wonderful narrator. He's
fun,
so well spoken, and he just tells the story as it goes. And then we have some music too. The band is fabulous. So.
Yeah. See, I love a good narrator. I just like one of I do that with my kids a lot at school.
Yeah.
We'll do. We're actually getting ready to work on some fall. We're going to do like a little fall film festival in my AV classes. Every one of we're doing a lot of satire stuff. Every one of them has a snarky little or kind of fun little narrator. You got to kind of fill in the pieces, and so that's great. It sounds like just a wonderful day.
Yeah, and
wonderful day.
The 52nd Regional Band that is there is a period band, and if you go to the Smithsonian in Washington, and they'll have music playing in the background, this is the band that recorded that music.
They're very good.
That's cool.
And
and that's going to be at Morgan's on the Rim.
Morgan on the Rim in October.
Okay.
And also we have a replica. I say we. Chris and Lynn Layton have purchased a replica ambulance from the period, and they set up a medical tent, and Lynn has all the instruments, the saws and the scalpels. And
think about it.
Yeah.
They set up a demonstration, and that's one of the sites that the kids will go to, and they explain how the medicine was taken care of back in that day.
Wow, how interesting!
Put it on your calendar.
Oh my goodness, yes! Oh my goodness!
So there is.
That's going to be an amazing weekend.
Yeah, and that ambulance will be set up all weekend. The medical tent.
Yeah.
But Friday again being school day.
Yeah.
They'll have special emphasis on it.
Yeah.
But the medical tent will be set up all weekend.
I'm assuming there's going to be a whole lot of horses.
And the encampments, the soldiers camp out there.
There have been in the past. I don't know if we're going to do that this year, but there have been a lot of beautiful horses in the past. Yes.
Yeah, you figure if you've got an ambulance set up, the horse is going to have to pull it because that was pretty engine days. So
we're going to restrict horses this year. We just run into some issues with the horses last year.
So we'll just put it there and park it, and you'll know that it's horse pulled whenever. Yeah, I gotcha. That can be, it can be a lot. So, but
we're just. Again, the encampments, you can walk through the encampments and see how the soldiers lived in the day. Mm-hmm. They'll be coming in, a lot of them are going to be coming in as early as Thursday evening, setting up their tents and camps, and they'll cook on the open fires, and it's just a full weekend of living history.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So it's all going to be right there in that same park?
Yes.
Yes. I just want to make sure we're clarifying that. It's all going to be right there in the same park where we're talking about Smoke on the Ridge this weekend. This is happening this weekend. What we're talking about, Morgan on the Rim, is coming up on the 24th, 25th, and 26th of October. So y'all got some fun stuff coming up.
We do.
It's going to be a good time up in Ridgetop.
Of course, in Ridgetop, we also have a Christmas parade on December 5th. The natural gas department puts that on.
Wonderful.
And we're having an open house at the Wilson House Museum on December the 6th in the evening, starting at 6 o'clock. We're going to have hot chocolate and a little Christmas music and this and that, but we're having an open house at the museum on the 6th. So we've got a lot of things coming up between now and the end of the year.
I love it. I
And
love
they
it.
have a ladies' tea also during Morgan on the Rim. So
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah.
and the ladies love those, and it's so much fun.
And we,
I bet Lee Marie dresses up and goes to this.
Oh, I hope so.
Do y'all know Lee Marie? She loves this kind of stuff. I would be stunned if they're not there. The only reason they wouldn't be there is because they just have got something else on their calendar, because she loves to dress up in that
and
stuff. You know,
as far as the ladies' tea goes, we've
Yeah.
got a lady on our park board that's here from England. She moved, and she's got the
Oh.
English accent. Her and a friend of hers are the ones that work the tea, and
Yeah.
it's just fantastic to have a ladies' tea with an English accent.
oh, that's fun, because I mean they're all about the tea over there. You know,
And that's
just like
on
a-
Saturday.
Yeah.
And so any of the ladies that want to come and go to the tea are welcome.
Okay, that's fun. What a good time, you guys. So, I want to. You mentioned the thing at Christmas, the open house at the museum. Is there a charge at the museum normally, or is it?
No, there's not.
Okay, 'cause
They
you
have
said-
a donation jar, but
I got you.
there is no charge.
Okay, because when you said open house, I'm thinking, well, that means it's free, but
Yes.
is there normally a charge? What are the hours of the museum? When can you go in there?
Well, during the summer, it's only open on Sundays,
Okay.
and then, of course, in the wintertime, it's normally not open at all.
Oh, I got you.
But
But if you've been wanting to see the stuff, and I would imagine y'all have a fascinating museum with just the history,
a lot of
with the
Beautiful.
Civil War, World War I, World
Oh,
War
yeah.
II, and the history of Ridgetop. Mm-hmm. It can be a fun time, and you're not going to go in there and out in 30 minutes. You're going to want to spend some time.
I've got a friend that has a house on the ridge. I mean, she's got an estate on the ridge, like over the tunnel, you know. She's got this beautiful home, and I was like, you know, that's going on behind your, like right there in your, practically in your yard. But because I think she would find it fascinating. Because I imagine there's a lot of people, because she's only been there 10 years maybe. So she's a transplant, and she's a Yankee originally.
Watch out now.
Yeah, no. But she's been here a long. I mean, we met in college. I mean, she came south in college, but but I think there's probably a lot of people like her while they live there and that's their home. They don't really know a lot about it.
No.
Because we've talked about that her place is over the tunnel, that, you know, and you can hear the trains, you know, because there's still trains that run,
Right.
you know, and so it's just, I think she would be, anybody that's in Ridgetop, if you don't really know your history, man, this is going to be the place, and go and take a look at that museum. Saturday is going to be absolutely fabulous. What are the hours on the one this Saturday on the Ridge, Smoke on the Ridge? What are our hours? Because I don't want us to run out of that.
10 to 4.
10 to 4. 10 to 4, you can come out and sample some barbecue. Now, that's one thing. You had said there's a taster's choice on the barbecue. But as somebody that's saying, I'm not one of the judges, will I still be able to sample the barbecue, or will you? How does that work?
We have a barbecue truck that is going to be there selling
Okay.
barbecue. So,
Okay.
yes, you will be able to get some.
You'll be able to get some barbecue. There you go. But if you want to come out, I mean, just walk around and just smell the smells. You know, it will be lovely.
Yeah,
It will be lovely.
You will
and,
be starving to death time you just get
That's
to walk
right. You'll
and
be there,
smell
and
it.
as soon as you smell it, you're gonna be like, "Oh, it's time for lunch." But well, that'll be a good time, and just great music. I mean, we don't really have time to go through the list of artists again. Is there a place where they could go and see the schedule of artists and all that you're going to have music wise? Do you have it set up online where you have, you know, the schedule of events?
There's not yet. There'll be a poster. And on a brochure, we're going to have the information when they enter the park. So
Okay, so that way, if you can come in there and be like, oh, I want to make sure and not miss this.
Right.
You don't want to be over, playing in the bounce house and having the person you wanted to hear on, playing music, or be in the museum and the person you're wanting to hear. So you'll get that schedule that day. 10 to 4, free event in Ridgetop. Just absolutely Smoke on the Ridge. It's going to be a fabulous time, and I hope you guys can get out and enjoy this. And then Morgan on the Rim. Oh, what a great time that's going to be! And then the Christmas parade, and then the open house and all those things. Oh, there's Sheila. I knew my father's house is on their way in here, but what are we missing? We've got just a couple of minutes. I saw Sheila just walk in, but we got just a couple of minutes before we wrap it up. Anything else we need to cover?
Just everybody come out and enjoy themselves. We're just a small, sleepy community on the southern end of Robertson County, and we don't have a lot of industry or commercial businesses. In fact, I think we're probably the only town left in Robertson County that doesn't sell beer. So, please come on out and enjoy yourself, and we will do our very best to see that you're entertained.
They are the gateway to Robertson County, after all, and I mean truly are, and do it beautifully. But I'm excited for all of this, and I will get to some of this. I don't know what all I'll be able to, because I've got almost 5. I've got a 5th grandchild on the way, and boy, they keep you busy. She won't be here until March, but we've got 4. Yeah, yeah. So we've got 4 already. So we're on the road all the time trying to see the grands. But I love this Morgan on the Rim, and I've actually got some friends that do reenactment stuff. And they love acting and doing that, so I'm gonna make sure they know about that.
Oh yeah, the actors love it,
and they may already be planning to be there. I don't know, because they live in like in the Millersville area, so they may already be aware of it.
So bring your chairs. We'll have a few chairs out, but bring your yard chair and just come and enjoy.
Oh, it's gonna be fun stuff. I'll get back in touch with y'all. Y'all remind me too. Let's promote the Morgan on the Rim again.
We appreciate you.
Absolutely, anytime. Just keep reaching out. Y'all got my number, and so nice to meet you, Dell and Kathy. And so, are y'all like head up of a committee, or how did you guys get drawn into this? I didn't cover that. How did you get involved with this?
Well, I'm part of the board of mayor and aldermen. Actually, I am the vice mayor in Ridgetown at the moment.
Very good. I didn't realize that.
I am the park commissioner.
Okay.
And Kathy is on our park board.
Gotcha. I knew there had to be something there, and I apologize I didn't properly introduce that. But it's just so much to talk about. My goodness. But, well, be sure and be there this weekend for Smoke on the Ridge, and that'll get you started for all the things that are coming up in Ridgetop, and it's a lot. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. And do you want to leave this, or do you want to take it? Okay, we'll hang on to this. And do you have anything you can leave on the Morgan thing? Yeah. Okay, good. That way we won't forget. So anyway, but we will definitely cover it. And we stay live. I'm going to do a commercial while y'all step out, and then Sheila and Steve will walk in. So we're going to talk about United Way gave their time to my father's house, because we're coming up with a big ribbon cutting and all those kinds of things. God bless you guys. Thank you again. And we will definitely see y'all in Ridgetop at some point with all this stuff. But so many wonderful things going on in our community. If you think there's nothing going on in Robertson County, well, you're just not paying attention, y'all. And as we get ready to talk with Sheila and Steve, I want to fill you in on everything going on over at Bernard Farms Custom Cuts and Market. I had a little chit chat with Julie yesterday, and she said, be sure and get in, because they processed their pork. They cut pork on Tuesday. And so they have got a full packed fresh case. So if you want some fresh pork, then come in and get it. Now you need to remember, they have frozen too, but when they first process it, when they've first done a cut, man, that's the best. You want to throw something wonderful on the grill, get by there right now. We also don't want you to forget, they have got their Fall on the Farm Festival coming up on October 11th. October 11th from 9 to 3 p.m. It is a free event. Vendors, all kinds of food and beverage vendors. They're going to have live music, hay rides, bounce houses, corn pit, the farm store. They've still got some mums. They've got pumpkins, corn stalks for decorating, all those kinds of things. But you want to get by and see Bernard Farms Custom Cuts and Market. If you want fresh, then that's where you go, guys, because that is what they're all about. Fresh produce, fresh meat that they have raised themselves. You cannot beat it. That fresh popcorn, too, that the boys did. They got TNT popcorn that you need to come out and check out as well. So much fun. Bernard Farms Custom Cuts and Market. You can go by right now and even grab breakfast. They're open 7 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday right now. If you've never had their pork burgers for lunch, oh my goodness, they're so good. But just a great time. Go and see Bernard Farms Custom Cuts and Market, and don't forget about this free event, October 11th. October 11th, you're going to have the Fall on the Farm Festival, and it's October 11th from 9 to 3, completely free. You don't want to miss it. And again, the address, they're up in Olinda, 7536 Clay Gregory Road, Olinda, 7536 Clay Gregory Road in Olinda. If you want to give them a call, 615-637-0004. Talk to them today. Go out and see them. Get something wonderful to put on the grill this weekend. And let them know U-Turn sent you. And I tell you, Sheila, are you out there? I need you in here. I don't know if they don't know that they just need to come on in, but I may have to get up and go draw them in. Sheila, we're waiting for you in here, honey. Sheila and Steve, I'm hoping you are in here for my father's house. But see if I can get them in here. I thought they were going to come on in while we were doing our commercial. But, hang on a second. Hang on. I had to turn the mic down and yell for her. Where's Steve, young lady? Come on. Okay, come on in here and get on that microphone for me. But anyway, I saw you come in and I thought, does she know? Because we're live, so we don't ever, so we don't stop. You just have to come in and make yourself at home. Sheila Bird's here, and she is with my father's house. How are you doing?
I am blessed.
Oh, you know, it might help if I turn your microphone up. Now, how are you doing, Sheila?
I'm blessed beyond belief.
I hear you. Pull that microphone to you and get right up on that for me.
Okay.
And so I saw you most recently at the Robertson County Fairgrounds.
Right.
And I loved what you were doing. You were there with Max Vick and giving out the little wooden crosses and bringing people to Jesus, sharing the gospel. How many did y'all?
37 people came to know the Lord at the fair that while we were there.
Cool? Isn't that cool? And you
a lot of teenagers.
A lot of teenagers. Wow. Isn't that just inspiring?
It's awesome.
I just love that. I want to come play with. I want to get involved with that next year. I when I realized that I had not seen Max in years.
Yeah.
And so once I realized he was out there, I was already committed to other things. But what a neat ministry.
I know.
Just what a neat ministry. And if you don't know, Max, he makes these little crosses, and he gives out these little free wood crosses, and just talks to people about salvation through Jesus Christ. And I mean, it's just powerful. It's just powerful what goes on.
Yeah.
In that little booth.
Yeah.
And so I love it. But I saw you out there. That did not surprise me because you're just one of those that's always looking for the opportunities that the Lord's giving you to share the message.
We got to be about the Father's business, don't we?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
He gives us another 24 hours every single day.
Yes.
No excuse.
Yeah. I love it. I love it.
So.
But my father's house, when did you get involved with my father's house, Sheila?
I've been involved for 2 seasons now.
Okay.
And just happened upon a post on Facebook and called Steve Phillips, who he'll be here in just a moment, that called Steve Phillips and just asked some general questions and prayed about it, and the Lord was just like, yeah, I did it. I dropped this in your lap. So, I became very actively involved, and last season became a board member.
Awesome.
And it has been a blessing. It is, most people do not even realize what goes on inside that building. And we encourage the public to come and just sit through an evening, because we're open November 1st through March 31st. And if they just came one evening and just sat through an evening, and they don't even have to serve, just sit and watch.
And just see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Steve did and he's now our executive director. He came several nights and just sat back and watched and was so impressed with the changing of lives. I mean, we have even evolved since then. We've become, at that point when Steve came in, we were considered just a cold weather shelter. Some people still consider us that, but that's not what we are. We are a resource center, and we are a deep well for those that are seeking change in their life. We're a deep well. we go beyond, just providing them a meal and a bed. And because often they walk through that door just wanting somebody to see them.
For sure.
They just want to be seen. They want to be told that they matter, that they still matter, because they've fallen into a cycle of self-destruction, most of them, not all of them, but most of them, that they don't know how to get out of. And all they need is somebody to take their hand and say, can I walk this journey with you? Can I just walk this out with you? Mm-hmm. And Jake Duffer is proof of that. He, and I say his name on radio just because he's done videos and everything and testimony, so he doesn't mind. He declares the Lord's intervention in his life. And he, coming out of drug addiction after losing his child, his wife passed of cancer, and coming out of drug addiction and out of jail, ended up on our doorstep, and he has since gotten a job, has an apartment, got his child back, now works in the Sumner County courts.
Wow. The
courts that he was in and out of. Mm-hmm. He is now an advocate for those who are walking through the same thing he walked through. Mm-hmm. And that's just part of what we do. And a lot of people don't realize that. They don't understand. And there's so many areas for them to become involved, even if it's just behind the scenes. So many areas.
And I think, too, this is one of the reasons why Brian wanted y'all to come in here, is because there's been so much back and forth, because you've had this wonderful space, and then we had codes issues, and we had zoning issues, and all the things that none of us want to have to function through, that frustrate us, because when all you're trying to do is help people, and the paperwork gets in the way, it's really frustrating.
It is.
And so I can remember, last winter when we had those bitter, bitter cold nights, even though y'all were not able to do the things you really wanted to do, you were able to take and help get places in hotels and still doing the work. But now you've got the facility that's been check box, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
And I know everybody's just so excited.
Yeah.
Because now walk us through, because I know we've got a ribbon cutting coming up.
The ribbon cutting, yes, 21st at 3 o'clock.
Okay.
We'll have a ribbon cutting, and immediately following, we will have a open house, and we invite the public to come and actually see what the Lord's doing there. We'll have food and music and tours through the facility, but prior to that, we are going on October the 6th. We are having a prayer walk on the property.
Okay, I was looking at that just now. Okay,
yeah.
What is that going to look like?
We are gathering there at the facility. We're going to walk the property. We did this year before last. We walked the property. We circled the property, just praying over it, claiming it for the kingdom of God, praying for the lives that walk onto that property, and for the workers that are making this happen. And it's something that the entire community comes together and does.
Awesome.
And I think it's imperative.
Yeah.
It's imperative. There is a book out there called That None Shall Perish. And this evangelist talks about, his last name is Salvio, and he talks about taking entire cities through nothing but prayer. Mm-hmm. And without that blanket of prayer, that's the groundwork. That's the tilling of the ground. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we're going to do on October the 6th. But when we do our open house, we encourage the public to come. They're going to be able to see what happened when we were told, you're not up to codes. Mm-hmm. We began to scramble, and people began to step up to help. We located an architect. We located a contractor. We have gone over and over over with the state fire marshal and the city codes department, and to make sure we're doing exactly what needs to be done. A project that we thought would take a few months has been way over a year.
Yeah.
We thought it would cost a certain amount of dollars. It's been way more than that. But through grants in the community, that has been funded. So the community has shown that they're on board with what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But we desperately need those warm bodies. We'd love to be open 365 days a year. Because what happens to us is when we get to March 31st and it's time to close the doors after the cold weather season, we lose touch with some that we have been mentoring over that 5-month period. We lose touch with them. What's important is that we continue to walk beside them. That is what makes real difference in the lives of these people.
Right.
And so it's real important that we spend more time than just those 5 months. We do have intentions of opening after March 31st on Tuesdays and Thursdays in order to feed an afternoon meal, to do mentoring, and to allow showers and things of that nature. But without more helpers, we absolutely cannot staff ourselves 24/7. We can't do it. With the handful that we presently have, it would be too much on everybody.
For sure. So, hi, Steve. Hey. How are you doing? Get up on that microphone, brother. Let me get your microphone turned up there. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late.
No, don't worry about it. Me and Sheila know each other. We've been chit-chatting. We didn't have any problem finding something to talk about. So, but welcome. And she's been filling me in on the ribbon cutting, the prayer walk, and all of that. So let's kind of let him pick it up where you were talking about needing the warm bodies. What do you need? I mean, I know everything, but if you say, okay, this is the daily need, we need this, this, and this to accommodate. We open at this time, we close at this time, so we need you here at this time. You know, can you kind of unpack for us the daily needs once you open those doors for the winter?
Right. When we open the doors, we'll open every night at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay, so we open the doors, we bring them in, we register them, we search them for anything that might be used as a weapon. We lock that up for overnight. So we need people to help check people in, sign them in. If they're a first-time person coming in, then we've got paperwork we've got to do so that if they have an emergency, we know who to contact. Then we serve the meal at 6 p.m. We need people to bring meals each night. We've been very, very fortunate over the years with different churches volunteering to bring meals. We're already putting together a volunteer software called Sign Up Genius so people can go in and sign up for that. We'll be posting that on Facebook once we get it ready. But at 6 o'clock we serve the meal. At 6:30 we do a devotion. We need a volunteer every night to do a 10 to 15 minute devotion. And then we allow them to take showers and whatever, and everybody's usually in the bed by 9 or 10 o'clock. And then overnight chaperones. That is our biggest need.
I'm sure.
We have to have a female and a male chaperone every night.
Right.
Okay. Minimum one of each.
Okay.
Or we cannot let people stay. We have to put them back out on the street, and that would be a shame.
Yeah.
So I know that makes a lot of people uncomfortable. But what I'll say here, what I've said to every group I've ever spoke to, if people will volunteer to stay overnight, either myself or some of the others that have been doing it for years will stay with them for as many different times as they need until they're comfortable with what we're doing.
Okay.
Okay.
And so that's I know we've had involvement at our church at Room at the Inn, and that was always finding, you can find people to do the meals and things like that. It's finding that person who's going to spend the night.
All right.
And, with us, we only housed men when we were doing it at church, but we got men and women. So you have separate kind of room, you've got separate dorm type areas. How many can you accommodate female and how many male?
We can accommodate 10 female and 12 male.
What if you have a female with kids?
That's a problem for us because if it's young children that we could put in the room with, let's say they come in with their mom,
right?
Then we can make that work. Mm-hmm. If they come in with their dad, it depends on who's there.
Right.
there's sometimes it's just not the right situation to put a child in.
Right, I agree, and that's probably one of the biggest struggles that you have in the unhoused community is when these kids are involved, and you just want to just try to find them shelter, and it's just people just don't have any idea what some of these folks are going through. It's like I've mentioned several times. I know I come from an amazing family. My husband comes from an amazing family. No matter whatever happens in our lives, there is nothing he or I could do that would separate us from our family. They would be there for us. Not everybody has that.
No.
So many don't have that anymore. We used to have that family foundation, but so many families will just. You have one misstep and they'll just turn their back on you. And I hear stories with my kiddos at school, and it just breaks my heart. And that is so often who we encounter that are living life on the streets. And some that just had an illness and lost a job, and the next thing you know, they can't keep their rent, and they're getting evicted, and they're like, how did this happen to me? But they don't have that family structure. Right. They just don't. And we have to do this. It has to be done. I'm so thankful for y'all. Absolutely. And I'm so thankful that it's getting opened up and all. I know y'all are. I know last year had to have been so frustrating because you were like, we've got the space. Can we not just get this done? I just can't even imagine the frustration y'all had last year. And now we don't have to worry about it.
Well, I had to house everyone in the Springfield Inn.
Yeah, absolutely. But you did.
We did.
You did.
We fed them meals every night.
Yeah.
Sent them away with a sack lunch.
Yeah.
And of course, we do that as well there at the building each season. Is that they get up at 6 in the morning, and by 7 they have to be out of the building for the day because again we can't staff it through the day without our volunteers. They're fed a breakfast, and there are items they can take with them to provide something for them during the day.
Right. And it's such a need in this community, guys. And as our community gets bigger and bigger, it's going to be a bigger and bigger need. And we just have to have it. And just to have folks like you that are committed, and like you said, the Lord dropped it in your lap and you picked it up. That doesn't surprise me at all because I've known you forever, and I've never known you not to pick up something that He puts in front of you. But
let me say one thing about last winter. It was frustrating to us in the beginning that we couldn't get open, but God knew something we didn't know. Okay, because when we started putting people in January, when it got down to single digits, and we knew we had to do something, and we put people at the Springfield Inn for a 4-week period. We served 67 different people.
Wow.
3 of those were families with a total of 9 kids between the 3 families. We would have never been able to do that had our building been open. We could have only housed 22 people. 67 people we put up and fed 3 meals a day for a month.
Wow. So say this winter we have a situation like that again, will we be able to utilize some of those other resources to help some of these families, you think? Is that kind of open the door for that possibility, or you just like, we'll just see what the Lord does?
It definitely opens the door.
Right.
If we had a family come in, we could. It's not something we could do long term.
Right.
But
in an emergency
situation, we could certainly do that.
Okay. And I'll tell you, the Family Resource Center at the schools in Robeson County, if you know families that are in this kind of need, please reach out to them. That's what they're doing. They're trying. I remember talking to one of the ladies there, and the first job I actually applied for with the school system was working with them. And when they interviewed me, they were like, what would be the hardest part? And I'd be like, not wanting to take everybody home, but you just can't, like you said, you can't do what you can't do. You have all these things you want to do, and you're just like, I don't know what to do. But they just, the women there, and I think they're all women that are working there still, but their heart for these families. And if you have a family that you know of that's struggling, reach out to the Family Resource Center at Robbins County Schools before it gets down into the 20s. Because if you know of a family that's living in a vehicle, that we got to find a place for them.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing.
If a family
They're
has
working.
school-aged children,
Yeah.
that is the place to go.
You bet.
Exactly.
You bet. And they are a wonderful resource. But that's the job. That's the job, is locating these families that are unhoused and getting them into a place for these kids so they can start thriving. And, so it's like they always say, it takes a village. And My Father's House is a very big piece of that village, man. And so many other things, though. But what are we missing here? We've got about 7 minutes before we finish up. But what do you want? I know we've mentioned the prayer walk on October 6th. We have the ribbon cutting on October 21st, and the official open date is again
November 1st.
November 1st. So you mentioned the volunteer genie. What is it called? The volunteer genie or sign up genie?
Sign Up Genius.
Sign up genius. Sign up genius. How can people access that?
The way you get access is if you send an email to My Father's House.
Okay.
You can go onto the website or the Facebook page and get the email address. Send us an email that you want to have access to Sign Up Genius, and we'll send you the link to sign up.
Okay, and the website is myfathershousemission.org. myfathershousemission.org, is that correct?
That's correct.
And then from there, you can say, contact us, and then you can say, hey, send me the Sign Up Genius, and I'll do it. Now, you mentioned that, is that for any of the sign-ups, or is that just for the food sign-ups?
Any position.
Anything that you want to do. I can spend the night, I can come in at 5, I can do devotionals. So you have the option to sign up for any of that stuff.
That's correct.
At the Sign Up Genius. Okay, so
You do have to, some of them require that you go through training prior to, which we will have trainings coming up the 11th of October and the 25th of October at 10 a.m. at the shelter.
what are the jobs that you need training for?
For signing people in when they
Okay.
come in at 5 o'clock and
Okay.
for staying overnight.
Okay.
Do not have to be trained to provide a meal or
Okay.
to do the devotion.
If somebody were to say, come in and say, I've spent the night at Room at the Inn, would they be able to, help you without going through the training, or you still just need to have the training for what y'all
Well,
have?
There's two ways to do training, right? You can do it in a classroom format, or you can do on-the-job training.
Gotcha.
Okay, if somebody comes in, for instance, and I'm the one staying that night,
You could train.
I could train them.
Okay.
Okay, it's on-the-job training.
Right. Because I'm thinking some people that might want to be able to do this, they're like, man, I just can't get to those trainings. You can work around that.
Yes.
Okay.
We also have to have a background check.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so how do we do that? Do we just have to go and get it ourselves?
No, we've got a form that you fill out, and then we work with the Harvest Baptist Association. They do all our background
Oh,
checks for
good.
us.
So it's not something that I have to acquire. I have to just come in, fill out the paperwork, and then y'all going to do the
All
background
you
check.
got to do is fill out the paperwork,
Gotcha.
give us a copy of your driver's license, and we'll take it from there.
I got you. Well, it makes it's foolproof, y'all. Come on, there's no excuse, no excuse. And again, that website is myfathershousemission.org. Myfathershousemission.org. Yes, there's something for you to do. That would be the thing. Hit the contact button and see what you can do to come help.
Right.
But what else are we missing, guys? We've got some time here. I feel like I'm doing all the talking now. Come on, talk to me. We got about 3 minutes before we wrap up our time. Anything that we're missing that you want to make sure people know about?
Well, what about the...
It's not too early to start looking at what we're going to do for Thanksgiving and for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
For those displaced in the community.
Yeah.
So we have really just started looking at that.
Okay.
But if people wants to get involved in a Thanksgiving meal or a Christmas meal, please reach out to us.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that would be wonderful. So you'll be accommodating. Do you think you'll? But it'll still be those numbers that you'll be taking care of, or you might think you might make a. You know what I mean? Do you think it could be end up? Could you do a Christmas or a Thanksgiving meal that involve a few more people, but then because some of those folks maybe that are, I don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think I know.
You know what I'm saying? Could it be a little bit more than what you normally accommodate?
Yes.
Make it a little bit bigger.
I mean, a lot of nights we have people that just come in and eat. They don't want to follow the rules, to be honest with you, and so they come in and they eat. Sometimes they'll take a shower and then they'll leave.
Okay.
Okay, so we may we may sleep 15 one night, but we may feed 25 that same night.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I meant about the Thanksgiving and the Christmas thing.
Last
I
year,
could see that.
2 years ago, we had a guy that came by and picked up meals to go for his family. I mean, we were feeding his family from the mission.
Wow.
I mean, they had a home, but they just couldn't make ends meet.
Yeah.
And that happens.
Yeah. What a blessing, you guys. What a blessing. We just want to remind you again, My Father's House is up and running now. It is ready to go with all the frustrations they've been through, but all the blessings that came through those frustrations and the things that it's opened and helped you to grow to and through. It's just beautiful. And y'all are beautiful, and I just love y'all. So thankful that you're part of our community. So thankful that you're doing the work that God has put in your lap, and I knew you'd pick it up and run with it. Absolutely. And
we're thankful to be we're thankful to be trusted by God to be able to do that.
Yeah, for sure, because that's one thing. Anybody who's ever done any kind of volunteer work, you get so much more out of it than you put in, and you can't fully understand that until you dip your toe in the water and just get on in there. And the more you do, the more you're going to want to do.
Yep. Right.
So, very good. All right, guys, My Father's House. Let's go through again. You've got the prayer walk that's coming up. Oop, it slipped past me here. Prayer walk's coming up on October 6th, 5:30 at the house. You're going to walk the property and pray over it. There's power in that, y'all. Bold power in that. And then we've got our ribbon cutting on October 21st at 3 p.m. The house opens on November 1st through March 31st.
Yes.
Right? And you can go to, again, the website, myfathershousemission.org, myfathershousemission.org. Put contact us, and they'll send you the Sign Up Genius, and you can sign up for everything. Don't forget, you do the background check. You need training if you're going to spend the night. But like you said, you can make that. What are the dates of the training one more time, Sheila?
October 11th and 25th at 10 a.m.
Okay, so if you can make those, but if you want to spend the night, if you want to help with that, which is a big, big, big need, talk to Steve, and he'll work with you, right?
That's right.
Anything we're missing?
I think we got it.
That's got it. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm just what a fun show we've had today. It's been packed with information and good stuff going on one street over from where you live in. That's what we talk about right here on 1100 WSGI. Tomorrow is Faith Friday. I hope you'll join us for another full-packed hour of the thing I like to talk the most about, and that's the salvation we have through Jesus Christ, y'all. So come back and join us tomorrow right here on 1100 WSGI. God bless. Have a wonderful day.
Broken and a life filled with sin, I knelt at the feet of Jesus, so unworthy, so unclean. He looked beyond my sinful living, far beyond my guilt and shame. He had compassion as no